Will Medicaid pay for my parents' caregiver? Now, look, that's a good question. Listen, if you stick around to the end of this, I promise I'm gonna let you know the answer to that and everything else you ever wanted to know. All right, here we go. How y'all doing today? What's going on? Trying to get it set up, trying to get a couple people shouted out, see if we can get our Spanish interpreter on here for us. But until then, my name is Kion Church. A lot of people like to call me Mr. KC. They say it sounds a lot easier. Do what you gotta do for you, just don't beat my name up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the administrator of APASA, Personal Assistance Service Agency. Been doing this thing for like over a decade. I get on here every day to try to give you all the game. You know what I mean? Everybody who ever wanted to be involved with Medicaid as a caregiver or as a client and perhaps get to that top tier echelon status within Medicaid. You know what I mean? And basically, we call that the Cocoa Beach status. You know what I mean? Now, what do that mean? That means, say, if you like my pop, you on Cocoa Beach. This is what he do all day. He watch TV. He do this a lot. He got the remote in his hand. He watch TV because he on Cocoa Beach. You feel me? Do Medicaid pay for your parents' caregiver? Listen, that's a good question. If you are the parent or if you the caregiver and you trying to get paid, you in the right place. All right. So what is it that we do? We help the financially challenged family member to become a paid caregiver through the Medicaid Long-Term LTSS program, whatever they call it, program. You know what I mean? And it's basically the best program that's out there because it's the only program that'll pay a non-skilled person who's just like me and you, which just means a caregiver. You know, I ain't got no certificate. I ain't no doctor. I ain't no medical person, but I'm a hell of a caregiver. So if you just like me, you trying to put a paycheck in your pocket, you in the right place for this good information I'm going to dispense. All right. So look, if you with me, hashtag live because you with me in the live. If you with me in a rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast, and throw your city, your state, whatever you got going on, throw it on in there. You know what I mean? If you're watching this thing on the book, it's like 3 dots. Hit them 3 dots so you can know when you go live with us. You know what I'm saying? If you on YouTube, hit the subscribe, the share button. You know what I mean? It's a couple cool little reactions on there. Do what it is you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? What's up, cuz? I see you hollering at me through text message. You know we on the live, man. Get on the live, man. Put your people in the comments. Let everybody know, because I'm sure you know somebody with Medicaid that need this kind of service. All right. So I'm gonna just hit from the cuff. You know what I'm saying? Will they pay? Will Medicaid pay? Yes, they will pay. And guess what? Medicaid is the only insurance company that will pay. Now, some people don't even speak my same language. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce y'all to this young lady that just started working for us. She's really great. She knows everything backwards and forwards, and she can speak it in Spanish. Hold on a second.
Hi everyone. Hola, ¿cómo están todos?
What's going on? Hey Ludi, I'm trying to get us into the 2-shot. Maybe you can help us out. What's going
there
on?
There it is. Not much. I'm having a little technical difficulty, but hopefully I don't get kicked out.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say you look kind of fuzzy today.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with my computer, but I'm here with you guys until something happens here, and then I'll go back on
it. Well, I told him that you was our favorite Spanish-speaking person, so I don't know. Can you prove it to them and let them know that they can get a caregiver through Medicaid if they in the right program?
Claro, claro, mi gente, ¿cómo están? Espero que no me hayan extrañado de la última vez que estaba yo acá. Como Casey le estaba diciendo, mi nombre es Atri Espíritu Santo, trabajo aquí con Reliable Aid y nosotros ayudamos a que ustedes le paguen por cuidar a sus familiares. Hola, ¿cómo están? ¿En cómo le pueden pagar utilizando Medicaid? Medicaid, si están en el programa de servicios a largo plazo, pueden, sus familiares pueden entonces requerir con una trabajadora social para que pueda tener el programa de donde ustedes pueden cuidar sus personas familiares. Oh my God, I got stuck right there in Spanish for some reason.
Yeah, I was on here talking
But
Spanish earlier.
yeah.
I flew straight through my little thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. You gotta step it up. It's like
You did. No,
they
I was
know I
talking
take
really fast because
it.
Dominicans talk really, really fast in Spanish, and then I just got
That's cool.
oh,
That's cool. What's going on, Mello? Absolutely in the building. So look, if y'all here with me now, hashtag live. You here with me in the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. Now look, I got my best Spanish speaking friend on the line, and her computer is like a little frozen. So don't worry about that. We still gonna talk the good info to you. All right. So I was telling them, you know, the way they get into this program is being through Medicaid. You know what I mean? The way you gonna get your parents taken care of is through Medicaid, you know. And if you Medicaid and you in the long-term health care program, then you can get some special services, you know what I'm saying? And get you a paid caregiver or get paid to be a caregiver. You agree with that?
yes. Oh, for sure, for sure. Mi gente, vamos a ver cómo podemos nosotros contáctenos a nosotros para poder si podemos ayudarlos a ustedes a que sean pagados por ayudar a sus familiares.
Nice,
I know
Mellow.
you didn't understand that, but
Nice.
I'm basically just reiterating that I agree with that. We need to start getting, money in our pockets when it comes to helping out our family members.
Let me ask you a question because me and the director was talking yesterday.
Yeah.
Is are Spanish people like everybody else? Do they sometimes I run into older people and they qualify, but they don't want to get it. They like, oh no, I don't need that and this and that. And I'm like, you just asked me to help you out. I know you need
Really?
it. Does that happen in the Spanish community as well?
I honestly, maybe with the state of things now, maybe people don't want to, be out there more
Right.
because of what's happening in the world. But people do need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people just don't even know they have it. And some people and not taking advantage of it. So a lot of Spanish people, I say in my community, they might not know that they have it and they might not know that they even need it or that it even exists. So that's
Right.
something to be and then they're afraid of ask questions as well. So a lot of people are just afraid of ask questions, afraid to, get in trouble. A lot of Hispanic people are very prideful. So pride get in the way, like, no, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can take care of
Yeah, yeah.
myself.
That was my mom.
I don't need
You don't need
I don't
nothing, but
need this person
everything.
to cook for me.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then they're struggling, and it's like, no, we need to put pride aside, mi gente. Tenemos que poner nuestro orgullo a un lado y pedir ayuda cuando lo necesitamos, y más si estamos mayores de edad. Oh, if we're elder, I'm like, this is what we need. We need the help. I know my grandma's very independent. She doesn't want anything. She lives by herself. If she's sick, she'll call the doctor. I'm like, Grandma, you need to let me help you.
Right.
Or let me at least make calls on your behalf.
Right.
And
Right.
she's like,
Right.
no, 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 no. I'll take care of it. I don't need it. So pride is big.
My buddy's grandmom is the same way. Like, I remember we started this company like 10 years ago, and I suggested to her, like, yo, you already in the program, let me help you out. She was like, nah, I don't want that. I was like, look, it ain't the boogie, man. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna hurt you, ain't not gonna get stuck on your clothes, you know what I'm saying? Who is this guy?
Yeah. That
I'm
is
talking
Wanda. She loves it when I'm in meetings. She gets right on. I'm trying to like push her back. But she's a little cutie patootie. That's the cat that I told you that Mateo is jealous of.
yeah, I remember. Brahim Shabazz, what's going on, man? You driving that big truck around today getting that money? I heard you was in the big dump truck getting the money, man. What's going on with you? Hashtag live if y'all watching this live. Hashtag rebroadcast if you watching this in the rebroadcast. Also, hashtag your city and your state. You know what I mean? Let us know if
Or
you a
hashtag en
caregiver.
vivo.
Hashtag in Bebo, right? if you getting that caregiver money, let us know. If you getting some other kind of money,
I'm
let us
here. You gotta, we gotta grab. I want to grab my Spanish speakers.
tell them. Go ahead, tell them to them this minute.
Sí, tenemos que decir hashtag en vivo para que el señor Casey me siga trayendo. Y así podemos seguir hablando en español. I was telling them they have to do hashtag en vivo so you could keep bringing me on. Because then I'm talking Spanish too.
Right, right, right. Hashtag in Bebo. All right. Mellow 8296. Is it possible if your parent has Medicare, not Medicaid? I say that to say my mother can use a caregiver, but she is in denial. Man, your mom's like my mom. Pride, etc. How can I get her to a caregiver if that makes sense? Okay. Uh you want me to tell him in English and then you could tell him in Spanish? He probably speaks English because he typed it in English. You want me to do that? Break it down
Yeah,
to it first. Okay, cool. Because I ain't because we got this
yeah.
Spanish flow going on right now. I ain't want to break that up. You feel me? So that's cool. All right. So look,
Okay.
is it possible if your parent has Medicare, not Medicaid? No. Unfortunately, Medicaid is the only insurance company that's willing to pay for a non-skilled person, which we call a caregiver. I don't even know if caregiver really exists outside of what we saying. uh and it's not even a home health aid, because a home health aid has some kind of certificate, has some kind of they've been through some kind of formal training, some kind of class. So Medicare won't pay anybody to come to your house or to do anything unless a doctor has written a script out for it first, and then it has to be approved. Let's say you need an MRI. Boom. You go to your primary, they write you out a script. You take the script to the MRI people, and then boom. You know what I mean? You going in there, and then they handle your business. But Medicare is not willing to pay for somebody like me to just sit around my pop, because they feel like that's invaluable. And they be like, oh, all you're doing is just hanging out. You know what I mean? But this caregiver thing is like really the biggest thing on earth, because activities of daily living is come first in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't get it together in the house, you can't go out into the world. So if that makes sense, we're gonna give it to you in Spanish.
Ya, como el que se dijo, tuvimos una pregunta ahora mismo por el YouTube. Y la pregunta es, si mi familia tiene, I'm saying the question first, si mi familiar tiene Medicare y no Medicaid, ¿aún es elegible? Bueno, la respuesta de esa pregunta es bien fácil, señoras y señoras. No, desafortunadamente, Medicaid es el único programa que acepta trabajadores que no son acreditados como un home attendant. Ustedes son familiares con un home attendant. Un home attendant tiene que ir a entrenamiento, tiene que tener un certificado, administra medicinas algunas veces, dependiendo. Ese persona, ese home aid, no es lo que nosotros ofrecemos. Medicare ofrece para que una persona como sus familiares ayudarlo, y no necesitan tener un certificado y hacer ese proceso tan largo. I did that right there. Did I get cut off?
Nah. You did that.
I hope I didn't get cut off, because I think for me it froze. Okay, cool.
Nah, it's cool. Sometimes it kind of like mutes out, but it's cool. We can hear you. We can hear you. So Mellow 8296, he said, I don't think she was approved because of her income. Now, excuse me. Now that could be a fact. That could be a fact. Now, income restraints is very important with Medicaid. You know what I mean? Medicaid wants you to be at a certain level with income. You know what I mean? And then they take care of everything else. But sometimes if you're over the income, you can do what's called a Miller's Trust. It's also a couple other little, I'm gonna see, like loopholes that you can use to move your way through the system. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I can't really tell you all that, but what I can tell you is, if you need a elder lawyer, I got one on deck for you. And that kind of person is the person who puts all the stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And then you can kind of get around the income thing, if that makes any sense. How you feel about that, Miss Atry?
About what you just said. Well, income
It's
is
not really
always something that restricts. income is tricky because everything when it comes to government, everything has restrictions and everything has things that we have to uphold and requirements. So you just gotta check with insurance and see what they'll tell you and see what you qualify for.
Absolutely.
That
How you
that's
say that in
that's
Spanish?
that's my take on that.
How you say that in Spanish?
Bueno, mi gente, sí, of course. So, otra pregunta que tuvimos aquí en el YouTube es que si no puedo calificar para seguro médico, ¿qué hago? ¿Verdad? So, todo aquí en los Estados Unidos, todos sabemos que todo es un protocolo. So, dependiendo cómo es la ley en su estado y en lo que quieran aplicar, tienen que ver que ustedes califican. So, siempre chequen con su estado y con las regulaciones federales en lo que van a aplicar.
Mellow
Yeah.
8296 said that makes a lot of sense. Just going about the proper process. Absolutely, absolutely, and it's somewhere for everybody to fit in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either you're gonna fit in with Medicaid, we get you into the program, get mom into the program, get you on as a son, put a little paycheck in your pocket, or if mom need to structure her income first, then we get her to the elder lawyer and then we get her to us. You know what I'm saying? Have them
Casey,
straight.
I want to also add,
Okay. You kind
I
of
want to
froze.
also add Casey with what Mello. Oh,
Okay.
am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. You
Can you hear
frozen
me?
up, but we can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you hear
Yes.
me? Okay, I wanted to add to a piece for Mr. Mello over
Okay.
here. If your mom needs and you feel like they need a direct care worker and they don't qualify for Medicaid, right? Medicaid because of the income, you can still get the help. You know what I mean? You can pay privately. There's ways that you can do it privately. Am I incorrect? And I think we also help a reliable aid with that. So you can pay out of pocket as well if you want it to do, but you just won't get paid, but you can get a caregiver to help you. So that's the difference. With Medicaid, we can get you set up where you can get paid for helping your mom. But if she is in really dire need, where you feel like she can't be alone and she's struggling at home, we can get you guys a caregiver privately.
Absolutely. And that might be sometimes that's your only defense, only thing you can do. You know what I mean? Like unfortunately, my father, he didn't qualify, you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of things that he didn't qualify for. So, gotta do what you gotta do.
Wow.
And Pop still gotta go where he gotta go. He had a doctor's appointment right now with his private pay caregiver. You know what I'm saying? So gotta keep it moving. You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do, whatever you gotta do to help your parents out. That's all it is. Got another question. SoFly 8045. I need help with my dad. How do I start? SoFly 8045. Were you checking in from SoFly? We can easily tell you how you get started. Um, how you get started really is just let us know what kind of insurance does your dad have. You know what I mean? Like this whole caregiver thing, it's just an insurance game. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, an insurance game. Depending on what kind of insurance you got, depends on just underlying factors, but it's 100% an insurance game. And I'm gonna reiterate it, like I say all the time, only Medicaid is willing to pay for a non-skilled person, which means you call a caregiver. So I'm a caregiver. If my pop had Medicaid and he was in the program, we can get him a caregiver. How did he get started? Call an agency of your choice. I just asked you where she was at. I asked her where she was at. She said hello, by the way, too. So fly 8045. Do you agree with that, Miss Atry, before we move on? I don't know if she
Yeah,
might.
I definitely agree. You're speaking facts
Okay.
into existence.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you now. I can't hear you now.
I'm here.
Okay. Awesome.
You can hear me now. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with. I might
We're
have
gonna
to
look.
hop off and hop back on to figure out what's going on
It's
with this
it's
computer.
up to you. If that's what you want to do, we got you right now. But if that's what you want to do, I'm gonna definitely be
Are
here
you?
holding it
I'm not
till you
here.
get. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, slide
I'll
on.
be
Come right
back.
back. All right. We'll see you when you
I'll
get
be
back.
back. I
See you when you
promise.
get back. Awesome. Miss So Fly, so you in Florida, huh? What part of Florida you in? Just out of curiosity. We love Florida. But that's what it is. He does have Medicaid. If he has Medicaid, then you in. These same rules apply to every state. Every state in the United States has Medicaid. I was just informed yesterday. I knew it the whole time, but never thought about it. Medicaid is actually the state insurance. So Medicare is the government insurance, the big government. Any state you go in, your Medicare is going to transfer. But if you're in Medicaid, no matter which state you're in, every state has Medicaid, and all you got to do is ask for the long-term program. Now, I don't really know what it's called in Florida. It may be called LTSS. Excuse me. It may be called long-term care. I don't know. Now, that's the one thing that's sticky tricky because Medicaid changed the name up from state to state, but it exists. The program exists everywhere you go, but they kind of changed the name up. So look, if you with me live, hashtag live. If you with me in the rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you watching this thing at. Let me know what's good with you. Let me know, are you a caregiver? Are you looking to be a caregiver? Was you once a paid caregiver? Are you looking to be a paid caregiver? Do you need one? I don't know. Let me know. Put it in the comments. All right. Mellow 8296. Nah, we trying to get a check. Laugh out loud. Hey, listen, don't laugh at no check, my man, because we trying to get them checks out. Them checks is there to be given out. That's what's crazy. All you gotta do is be positioned in the right program, and then you can get it. You know what I mean? Yo, I had a dude. I don't know if you remember my buddy, man. I had a dude. I'm gonna leave his name out because you probably remember. He lived in Hockessin. He had a $500,000 place paid for, and he was on Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about how you set your stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we like to hold on to things until the end. We ain't giving it up. We ain't trusting no family members. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that. When we need to be letting the reins go a little bit, that way we can qualify for some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because to get to the end of the road and need something and can't get it is that's kind of hurtful. You know what I'm saying? And our parents, like my parents, they didn't put their work in. You know what I mean? Work their whole life. I know my pop got 50 years in the workforce. You feel me? Now, that's a lot for me. I'm barely 50. You feel me? But these jokers, they've been doing what they got to do for a long time, man. And they just want what's theirs for real, for real. So fly 8045, you right. Absolutely. Look, hashtag your city, hashtag your state. Let me know where you watching this at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. They calling me. They calling me. If you calling me, get on a live with me because I can't talk to you right now. I don't know. So look, I'm gonna just throw this out there. Hashtag city, your state. Let me know everything you got going on. You know what I mean? Put it in the comment. 050 this thing. You know what I mean? Put it in the comment. Let me know how it's going down. All right, let me talk to these people real fast. All right, what's up? Gotta let them know. Look, we on live right now. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor. It's 3 dots on there, maybe at the top of your screen or something like that. Do what you got to do. Hit them 3 dots. That way you'll know when I go live, and then you can go live with me. If you on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I send you an email personally every day. Like, yo, we on. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? So fly 8045. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. That's what's up. Are you from Jacksonville, Florida? I know some people that live in Jacksonville. They from Chester, Pennsylvania. Shout out to the Chester community in Jacksonville. I don't know how y'all got down there, but it's a lot of y'all down there. And I went down there and I saw it for myself and I was like, wow. Yo, so shout out Chester, PA, because y'all know we be in places, man, doing things. You know what I'm saying? Where are you from? Are you a snowbird? You know what I mean? Are you moving around? What y'all doing down there? Yes, born and raised. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Look, we're gonna find you somebody down there that could get your father into the program. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm gonna tell you to do. I'm gonna tell you this is a secret. Don't tell nobody. All right. The state has a provider list of companies who provide the service that you're looking for. Now in Delaware, it's called PASA. PASA. P like Paul, A like Apple, S like Sam, A like Apple. All right. So what this service is, it's non-medical and they do activities of daily living, right? So this is what I tell people. You want to find somebody, you want to find a company to get with, you want to find a good company. First of all, you want to find a good company. And you want to find a company that's going to pay you the most. You know what I mean? Ain't no fun if my friends can't get none. So I try to pay everybody the best I can pay them. But I'm gonna tell you like this: everybody don't agree with how how that's going and other people's money. Some people like to shortchange other people even when they're doing good work. So this is what I suggest: get the list of companies in your area and then call them up. You want to call them up? You want to say something like, "Yo, my pop is he's Medicaid. He in a long-term health care program, and they calling me, man. I don't know why y'all calling me." Yo, we online, man. When I'm online giving this good information out, man, don't be gatekeeping, man. Make sure you jump out online, man. If you with me, hashtag live. If you with me to rebroadcast, hashtag rebroadcast. All right. So what you want to do is you want to look for your county. You want to look for the list of companies, right? So you want to look at it. Now, this will go for everybody. Whoever watching this, if you on here and you in the United States, this is what you do. Every state has a registry of those companies, right? You want to find a registry of those companies. You want to go through them. Go through their Google reviews. Check them out. Talk to them, man. See how they doing. Yo, how y'all holding up? You know what I mean? Y'all, what y'all pay the caregivers? Are y'all flexible with the hours? You got to ask some questions like, yo, my pop got a whole bunch of hours. If I can't do them all, can you send somebody else in here to do them? Ask them those kind of questions. Ask them the real world questions. Ask them the stuff that you really want to know, because that's the only thing that really makes sense. You know what I mean? You want to figure out what's going on. All right. He has dementia and a few other things. Well, guess what? If he got dementia and they make you his caregiver, that'll be great for him and you. It'd really be great for you and him. Great for him because you already know him. You already taking care of him. Sound like you know everything, you know what I mean, about him, which is good because that's your old man. So, you get in there, you call these caregiver places up. You say, look, man, me and my pop going somewhere, and I hope that you gonna be the company. Tell me about you. Tell me about yourself, and they'll let you know. They'll let you know everything. You know what I mean? Straight from the gate. You want to know the pay. You want to know what kind of not amenities. That's the wrong word. But what kind of resources that they have. That was definitely the wrong word. But resources, because I don't know if Pop in the program or if he not, but people that call me, I help them get into the program. If they not even in Medicaid, I help them out. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten people in the Medicaid that wasn't even in the Medicaid. I've gotten people into the program that wasn't into the program. People that had all that, and all I had to do is just call a case manager. I do that. So that being said, if you're in Florida, you want a kind of company that they're going to do that kind of stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just call somebody where you just another number. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Don't let them treat you like another number, because you're doing the most important job that you can do, and that's take care of your father, and your father needs the best, and the only way your father could get the best is if you with the best. You feel me? Now, if you're in Delaware and you want to be with the best, 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. Look, we do it all here. We speak in Spanish if you need it. You know what I'm saying? We got that good English, whatever you need. You know what I mean? If you need somebody to get you in, if you need somebody to put you on, if you need somebody to, arrange some other care for you, that's all it is. Or our Spanish liaison just came back, y'all.
Yeah, I had to join through my phone.
Yeah, absolutely,
Sorry
absolutely.
about that, guys, but I made it here. I'm here.
Turn your phone to the side.
Like this?
Yeah, maybe since you already got on, it won't allow you to do that. But I thought it because now it got you sitting sideways. I thought it was gonna make you long ways, but it's all
Do I?
good.
Is this better then?
Yeah, do it like that. That's good. It's probably
Uh,
next time. Next time, just before you started, turn it that way. But that's cool. We can see you and we can hear you much better now.
yeah. No, it was giving me problems getting in the first time, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long live stream, but it's okay. We got phones now.
Right.
Oh, you're getting a call.
I'm getting a lot of calls. So okay. Miss Sofly got another question. She said, "So I don't call Medicaid. What is the name of the title of the people that I should be looking up? You want to definitely call Medicaid. You want to definitely call Medicaid. Medicaid is the only people that you can call. I was saying earlier, Medicaid is the only company that will pay for a non-skilled person, which we call a caregiver. So unless you're looking to pay out your pocket, you want to call Medicaid. You know what I mean? Now, what I'm telling you is Medicaid is gonna put you with a company in Delaware. What it's called is a PASA company, a personal assistance service agency. All right. So Medicaid is a vendor, all right. So you call the insurance company. What they want to do is they want to get paid and they want to get other people paid. So they got companies that they use specifically, all right. So they don't even think about who they're going to put you with. They probably got in our area, they got one or two companies that they use exclusively. Now, meaning when I say exclusively, like they put you with these companies with no thought. You know what I mean? They don't care whether you like the company, whether the company is taking on more people, whether the company is overworked, whether the company is underpaying people. They don't care. All they do is force people to this company. So when I'm telling you to get on the phone and find out who's paying the most, who's going to be the best fit for you, that's the company that Medicaid is going to put you with. But I'm just telling you everything so you don't be looking crazy when the time comes. You want to be proactive. You want to pick the best people. You want to pick the best company that you could be with. So what I'm saying is definitely call Medicaid. But if you're looking for a company, find out what the company is called. Find out what their name is. Find out if get the list from the state and then call the companies. It's going to take you at least, I don't know. Could take you a week. Could take you 30 days if Pop's already in Medicaid. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it's going to take you a while. But in the meanwhile, what you do is do your due diligence and go ahead and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, Mr. Atry?
No, I like that. I like that a lot. Being that's called advocacy work, which we do that a lot for our clients. I was in the live with you and the director yesterday, and the director said it best. We advocate for our people. We have uh staff that, and we do a holistic approach, but don't take our word for it. Go shop around, go look at other companies, and then come back to us and let us know how great we are. I'm kidding now, but go shop around, go do your due diligence and see what's out there, and then see what best fit you and your family needs, and hopefully it's us, because we love to work with you guys.
Mm-hmm. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. I had another comment. I think I lost it. So fly 8045. Okay, right. I need to do my homework. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you never want to leave your stuff to chance. You know what I'm saying? You want to take charge of what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? It's your stuff. Hey, like they said on TV, it's your life, Charlie Brown. You feel me? You can go up the path, you can go to the right, or you can go to the left. It's up to you. But what I would do, I'm getting on the phone. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these agencies is frauders, man, and they only out for themselves. And people, they just got people. They got people over here and they getting services. They don't know nothing. They don't talk to the people. They not, they don't advocate for them. They don't do nothing. You know what I mean? You don't want to get stuck with a company like that. That's what I'm saying when I say, do your homework. That's all. You
Yeah.
know?
And then also, if you're in a agency right now, or you know somebody that is already receiving these benefits and it's already a caregiver and they don't like their agency, we're here, right? You don't have to be stuck just because you're in one agency. You don't have to be stuck with that agency for the rest of your life. If you don't like them, you can go and shop around basically and go find one that does work with your needs and your family members' needs.
Absolutely. And if you're in Delaware, you're going to need to call us because we're the best company in Delaware. 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. Can
Did
you
you
tell
guys hear?
them?
Well, I'm gonna say the what we just said in Spanish really quick.
Okay.
Take a moment to address my Spanish community. Hopefully, it's growing little by little. If you have people that know my English speakers, if you have people that know Spanish or that are Spanish, Latino, my Latin community, bring them on over. Get on the live, share the live with them, and be like, hey, maybe you might need it, maybe not, but this is extra information for you guys to keep. Maybe they know somebody. But for my Spanish community, I'll address you guys really quick. Mi gente, lo que estamos hablando ahora mismo, estamos refiriéndonos a que si ustedes tienen una agencia, este proceso es bien largo para poder, ¿sabes? Que le paguen por cuidar a sus familiares, pero si tienen una agencia y ya le están pagando, no se sientan obligados a quedarse con esa agencia, pueden seguir moviéndose a otra agencia hasta que encuentren una agencia que sean bien para usted y para su familiar. No tienen que sentirse obligado a tener esa y estar atorado con esa persona o esa compañía por el resto de su vida. No sean obligados a eso. También pueden educarse más en el tema de los cuidadores y ver qué es lo que le funciona a ustedes. Si tienen un familiar y quieren que el familiar reciba tantas horas y tantas actividades diarias y la organización que encuentran no los quiere ayudar con eso, otra sí lo va a hacer, se lo aseguro. Y nosotros hacemos esto en Reliable Aid.
Thank you for that in Spanish. We got another question. So Fly 8045, she says approximately how long is the process after I've done the footwork? Good question. You want me to go first?
I can go really quick in case I get kicked out. But the process to me, and you can correct me, I took this as like the process to become a caregiver, right? So that to me, it depends honestly on you guys and on the organization. But I will speak about Reliable Aid. And Reliable Aid currently doing a really good job at making the process to become a caregiver seamless and simple and fast. It could take about a week, it could take 2 weeks, depending on you and how fast you guys work with us. There is a process, there's background checks, like every other job. It's a job. So like every other job, there is some requirements that we have to meet per state regulations. But we work together to make that go smooth as possible and keep it under 2 weeks, to be honest. But what do you have to say about that, Casey?
I agree. I agree. Now, that is the caregiver process. And what she's saying is that's how it works in Delaware at Reliably currently.
Yes.
Just I'm gonna answer the question, Miss SoFly, but I'm gonna ask you another question. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about once you do the footwork, getting your father into the Medicaid period, once you get your father into the Medicaid long-term health care program specifically? Or are you saying like in general? I'm gonna give you the in general, but while I'm running my mouth, you can just tell me the specific, and then maybe I can help you out specifically. So how long is the process after I've done the footwork? Well, if we talking about the footwork of getting dad into Medicaid and into the long-term health care program, then the process is shoot. If dad was in Delaware and he was already in the program, it would take me less than a week to get him in. That's to get him into our organization and to get his caregiver set up and to get the caregiver paid because he's already in. You know what I mean? All we're doing right now is we just putting the dots together. Everybody in Delaware, in Medicaid, in the long-term health care program, today is what? Thursday? I definitely have you in by next Friday. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you come to me on Monday, Tuesday, probably Wednesday, I'll have you in by Friday. You know what I mean? It's nothing. I mean, especially for a joker like me, because like I've been around doing this thing for like over a decade. So I ain't got no problems getting nobody into the program fast. I know who to call, I know what to say, and I know how to get it done. And I got a team full of people that's going to do all the other stuff around that. So, that's what I'll be saying. Like get your information straight for where you want to go, and then everything's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, so she says, no, she answered it perfectly. That's what I was asking. He already has Medicaid. It just needed to know who to contact. Yeah, okay. If he got
Excellent.
Medicaid, call that number on the back of the card. If he's in the program, call that number. If he's in the program, probably he got a case manager, and then you can just call the case manager. All right. How you say call the case manager in Spanish?
So it's, yeah, okay. Call the case manager. Llama a tu trabajador de caso. Tu trabajadora o trabajador de caso. Yeah.
That was easy.
Almost every program has a case manager, to be honest. Case manager is something that a lot of people have in different types of things, like childcare, everywhere, right? But Medicaid has one for the long-term care program, and they are a fountain of information, and they're available and they are free to you at no cost, and they can help you. And a good case manager will help you and will help you get the right information.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She said, yes, he does. Thanks so much. So that's all it is. That's all it is. Reach straight out to the caregiver, to the case manager, and let the case manager know what you want to know. Also, I just wanted to throw something in on what you were saying, Miss Atry. If they in the program, they definitely got a case manager. But that's the one thing to know. Like, people ask me all the time, how do I know if I'm in the program?
Yeah.
Do you got a case manager? You ain't got no case manager, you're not in the program.
Your case manager actually checks on you depending on it, but to my knowledge, it's like at least once a month they check up on you. You know?
And not only
And
they're accessible, you're accessible to the case manager down there 24 hours a day.
yeah. Yeah, but like they do like reporting and stuff, and they got to get some sort of information from you. And at least with my knowledge with case manager, they at least have to like interact with you some way, somehow, at least once a month, right? To make sure that everything, that you got everything and nothing changes, and what you need and things like that. But yeah, you're correct. They're accessible 24/7. You should have their business cards with you right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Case manager is your best friend.
Yeah.
How you say case manager in Spanish? Did you tell me that?
I did. You're forgetting your Spanish. I think I need to have you learn three words in Spanish every time we get on live, and you just say it back. Right now you have en vivo.
In vivo.
And case manager is trabajador de caso.
Oh my God.
Trabajador de caso. That's an easy word. Trabajador, worker.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't, like, that's what I wanted to tell you. It doesn't translate properly in Spanish. Case manager, case is like a load of cases, right? And then manager, which is the managing. But in Spanish, it would be trabajador de caso. So it's a worker of cases.
Nah.
Language is so fun, but that's the proper way to translate those two. And I think it's funny.
You know what though? I said that earlier. I said that same word, said that same phrase earlier, and I was unsure. I was really just trying to let you go on and clear it up, because when I tell people, they be like, "You don't know Spanish." I be like, "I do," but I'm glad you was on here today to clear it up.
KC, don't make me just speak to Spanish completely and see if you put your Spanish to test.
I'm waiting on you. The Tuesday and Thursday is really Spanish day. I'm just running my mouth. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Hashtag live. You here with me in the live. Hashtag rebroadcast if you with me in the rebroadcast. Hashtag your city, your state, Are you a caregiver? Are you a client? Do you need to get into Medicaid? What's going on with you? Let me know how I can help you. You know what I'm saying? Miss SoFly 8045 said, thanks so much for you both. I really, really needed this information. I was running around in circles, getting nowhere. I was looking up videos yesterday and watched a crew of your older videos. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Listen, don't let them people have you running around like a chicken with your head cut off, because I think personally, everybody that answers the phone at Medicaid is designed to spin you. I don't care. I don't care what you call and ask them. They're going to tell you something you didn't want to know, and it's not going to be helpful. And then now you're going to be like, what do I do next? I swear to God. Because that's how they treat me when I call. They don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
You're playing phone tag or pass around.
Yeah. You'd be lucky to get passed around. They're going to tell you something to make you think about it and call back. That's how they do me.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's going to be something so simple. You're going to be like, damn.
No, I've done credentialing for doctors and insurance, and they always toss you around. They put you like, hold on, I will transfer you to this person, and then they transfer you to that person, and that person's like, hold on, I'm gonna transfer you to this person. That's not it. And then you get that person like, actually, they transfer you to the wrong person. I have no idea what this is about. And then they hang up on you, and you're like, oh, and I get nothing. Oh, it's the worst.
Or you get to them and they say, okay, how can I help you? And you just told 12 people the story, and you're like, man, they didn't brief you on what I've got going on. Then you tell them the story, and then they say, oh, I gotta get you with Miss Atry in the other department, because we don't. You be like, yeah.
You know something that's funny, that now that you mentioned that's something that my mother complains till this day. Her being an immigrant and being passed around and having to say the same information to the telemarketer or the person on the other phone 100 times. She's always asking me to, like, Atri, can you call? Atri, tu puedes llamar? And I'm like, Mom, you have to do it. I'm working. I can't do it for you. And she's always asking me because she doesn't have the patience. And I feel like that's a lot of Hispanic people. They don't have the patience because it's not like that in our cultures. Right. We don't do things like that. We don't conduct business in that manner. We're more personal. Yeah. And in here is more like, oh yeah, here, you're just a number. We're just trying to move you along.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them. They're overworked and underpaid, so I get it. But
definitely overworked and underpaid. Yeah. And then you got to realize it's a real job, and they clocking in to get the check. They ain't clocking in to talk to you. Is Miss Atry gonna call me today? They ain't clocking in for you. They clocking in to get that check, and when it look like it's lunchtime, they going home for lunch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She said, SoFly said, I've subbed and will be tuning in. I gotta run. Have a good day. Have a good day. We so glad that you could make it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you here with us, come on through. She said, before I go, what in the hell is up with those life alert numbers when you call Medicaid? Good question. Now that I don't have any knowledge of. I don't have any knowledge of that. Miss Atry, you know anything about that?
They're just trying to push life alert on people. That's what so hard. So hard. But don't get me wrong. It helps people. It helps some people. I will give them that. I don't know why they try to push it on me. And I'm like, hey, I'm only like 31. Like, oh no, I was actually 20 calling for like my mom or my grandfather. I'm like, I don't need it. Right. But I know people that I lived a lot of lives, and I'm only 31, KC. And believe it or not, I used to be an EMT. Yeah. And we get a lot of calls. In upstate New York, Canton. Shout out to Canton. And we used to get a lot of calls from Life Alert. Okay. A lot of people that fall in and can't get up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of calls were people that fallen and they couldn't get up.
So I got Life Alert. I fall out. I hit the button, and then it calls an ambulance, and the ambulance come pick me up. Yeah. Wow. So what happened if the person fall out? They hit you, and like, what if they in there in the door lock? Now what? You got to kick the door down?
Basically.
Wow.
We got to figure out how to get in the door. Depending on the severity, cops will be called first and they get into action first, and then we join in when they clear the room. So it all depends. But another fun fact that I learned while I was in the field was that one of the seniors that fell and pushed the button had a home aid, but she was not registered to pick up the patient, so she couldn't pick up the patient. So she was at the house, and we had to go and pick her up. But because she wasn't like licensed and trained to pick up the patient, she was not allowed
She
to
was
touch them.
she was what's called an unskilled worker.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a
Look at
caregiver.
that, all full circle.
Yeah. Right, right. I understand. Wow. Wow. So did you get a chance to help a lot of people personally?
Yeah, nothing traumatic, which is really good.
That's
I've
good.
heard
Yeah.
stories of people, traumatic stories, but nothing too traumatic. The thing about it over there is that Canton only has like one strip.
Hmm.
The biggest thing in there is a gas station, and everything is really far. So when we go out, we went out far. So it was really like an emergency. Like they couldn't get to the hospital
Mm.
because like they couldn't get on their car. Someone couldn't go there because they're in the middle of nowhere.
Right, 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 right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right.
that's very scary. But I think the craziest thing was uh an anaphylactic shock someone had, and that was the craziest thing that I've ever had to deal with. But I know people like my coworkers had to perform CPR until they for an hour until they got to the hospital. Ooh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm gotta drink some more of this tea here. Ah. So wow, they went into anaphylactic shock. I don't even know how to say that right.
Yeah.
And what happened after that? You like a caregiver for life. Like you just got 30 years old and you just got a whole lifetime full of caregiver episodes.
Experience. I've been in the healthcare industry for quite some time. I will say that. So yeah, and I've done a lot of different jobs.
You're not, you're not just a nice person on TV, is what you're saying.
I hope not. No.
You're a
Yeah,
nice person in real life. That's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I be telling them like we got the best Spanish speaking squad in the city, and they didn't believe me. You know what I mean? But I'm just
Big
trying to let them.
fan.
Yeah,
And
we've
then
been.
guess what? Like our staff is so trained, the office staff, just like I'm well rounded in healthcare and Casey is well rounded in healthcare. We're well rounded in policies as well, so we can help you navigate through the policies, the paperwork, the headaches, the call transfer. Why? Because we've not only had to do it in the professional level, but also in the personal level. So we can
Excellent.
relate and we know how to advocate. Ooh, I like that sound of that.
Communicate and advocate.
Yep. I think that that's the best. That's the best experience when you do it personally. Like I know you go to a job and you're like, oh, have you done this? Have you done that? And you're like, yeah, in my personal life all the time.
All the time.
Yes, I
Yeah.
had to go help my mom and do this. Yes, I had to do this. And that's how, because the heart is in there. You know what I mean? When you
Yeah,
help
yeah.
people because of the experience that you've had, which all of us has had that. And I feel like if we I'm gonna probably sit down with everybody and collect how many years do we all have working in healthcare and see how many years we have in total. But that would be a really nice number to find out. But we have a lot of years combined together in this field.
Right, right. I I don't know you. I'm probably a little older than you, right? But they used to
Yeah.
have this commercial, and the guy like it was a commercial for I don't know, it was like male baldness or something they was using like get their hair back, and the guy be like. The guy be like, I'm not just a customer. He be like, no, he be like, I'm not just the owner. I'm a customer myself. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just the administrator. I'm a caregiver myself. You know what I'm saying? Like current
Yeah.
now. And I've been on a caregiver job full time for over 10 years. So you know what I'm saying? So, if nothing else, we qualified.
No, and that's what I love about us is that because we not only understand the administrative side, but we also understand the direct caregiving side to it because we've done either care worker for our families
Mhm.
or we've been direct care workers,
That's
right?
right. That's
And
right.
we can relate to our not only our clients, our direct cares, because they could come in. I know we had people in the office yesterday come in saying like, hey, we've had a rough time, can you push my hours? And we understand, and we're like, of course, we'll talk to the client, we'll push your hours back, because we're all humans. A lot of people, you're just a number. I worked in corporate compliance for quite some time, and in corporate America, and literally you're just a number, but not in here, not to us.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Ludia, can we get the reliable aid background going on? The with all the reliable aids on there? Mr. Seth 4627 hashtag live. What's going on with you, man? Ask me some crazy questions today, man. You always got a good question for me. Thank you, Miss Ludia. I like that. That's our beautiful background right there. I'm sorry. Hashtag live. Hashtag in vivo. If you hear me in the live. Hashtag rebroadcast. I ain't gonna say rebroadcast because if I say it too good, our Spanish lady gonna be like, "How you learn all that Spanish so fast?"
Listen to me. One of you guys showed me how to rebroadcast. So
absolutely. Let me know. Hashtag your city. Hashtag your state. Where you watching this from? Are you a caregiver? Have you ever been a caregiver? Hashtag white shirt, big beard. I don't know, something. Let us know you out there, you breathing. You know what I'm saying? Also, give us some thumbs. Make sure you hit them 3 dots because when Miss Atry come on TV, y'all want to know. I know y'all want to know. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, share the video, do everything you got to do because I know you got a cousin that's sitting on the couch right now at his mama house. He can't even get a job because his mom is working inside the house. He broke as I don't know what. They both struggling and they need some paychecks in there. You know what I'm saying? Put that Joker name in the comments. He the one that really need it. Stop playing with it. Don't hurt him. Help him. All right. So that's what it is. You got any special messages for our Spanish community while we still here? We got a couple minutes if you want.
Not at the moment. Besides, just call us. Llámanos, mi gente, y para que se eduquen más del proceso y del programa. We're here for you guys.
Llámanos, mi gente.
Llámanos, mi gente.
There it is.
That means call us.
There it is, right there. Yup.
Yup.
302-689-3240, 302-689-3240, 302-689-3240. Look, I love y'all. Don't let anybody shame or blame you into thinking about taking care of somebody else and like that's bad business. It's good business. We doing this to help each other. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other hand, 2 hands wash the face, baby boy. And that's how we doing this thing. Take us on out, Miss Atry.
Mi gente, es un placer siempre estar con ustedes los sábados, miércoles, los jueves y los martes. Es un placer. Los veo a la próxima. Bye.
Bye, y'all. We holler at you in a minute. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.